Shalom and peace to you. Greetings, this is Brother Jamala, aka Brother Soldier 4D, and I'm coming to you with a new YouTube channel that has just been established for the purpose of social dialogue with the African of the continent and the African in the diaspora. This is a platform where we can discuss topics about our struggle, whether it's economically, social, politically, or spiritually. This channel was created specifically for those who attend or want to attain or stay with a higher power in their lifestyle and trying to live for God at the same time, serve in the human capacity in different situations that are oppressive or that may afflict our people. What is our role? What should we do if we're a Christian? What should we do if we're committed to God? How do we work on our inner man and develop that at the same time developing our outer man and getting social justice in the process? So that this is a Afrocentric ministry that seeks to serve God and mankind. So in order to do that, we have to broaden the knowledge base of our people and where we can collaborate and develop and grow on common ground, those things that we share mutually in the struggle. And some of the other topics are going to deal with identity crisis, meaning who am I as a Black African? Who am I as a member of the African sojourn? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about male, female roles. We're just going to talk about some very sometimes complicated issues that the church has probably not found it in their agenda to address. I, for one, have been in the church almost 40-something years. I'm still looking to settle in a home church while I'm here on the continent of West Africa, but you can tell I was born and raised in the United States and most of my life. But I've spent a few years here in Africa over the course of maybe traveling 12 years. And I call Africa my home. I love Africa. I love everything about it. I don't like everything about anything, but there's some times we need to improve things. And one of the ways we need to do that is having a platform like this so that we can come together and break bread and fellowship and try to come up with some solutions to these problems that afflict our people. I don't intend to be an expert in every topic. I'm here to learn just as much as you are willing to learn. I'm here to share and teach and learn from you as well as you can learn from me. I do have a extensive background in psychology. I've had an undergrad and a graduate master's degree in psychology and community psychology. And I do have a second master's, one course away from this master's in renewable energy, sustainability systems. Also have undergraduate degrees and certification in solar energy and wind energy. I had personal, extensive readings in African history and theology. So I hope to bring something to the table that can serve our brothers and our sisters in a way that is needed. I consider it like a buffet. You can go to church and get what you can get from your church, but you may not be able to get everything there. You come sit and break bread with this brother here. As we grow, we will develop into larger topics and maybe have people as guests to come and share. But we're going to have humble beginnings right now, just like any starting ministry. I call it a ministry because it's what's needed. My background doesn't allow me to just go with psychology. It doesn't allow me to go with just my military background. I have a military background. It doesn't just allow me to go with my theology and psychology, whatever. I already said that. But I call it a ministry because it's serving mankind. And in any way I can do that, as long as I'm on top of this earth, I'm 6 feet above on this earth, I will give my heart and my work and labor to the uplifting of my people and the uplifting of our people in the struggle. Now, if you do not identify with being African, or you do not identify with blackness, maybe it's because of your knowledge of what you know. Hopefully you can be inspired, but if that's what you want to do, that's you. Any of you brothers that are Muslim and any of you brothers that are Buddhist and Hindu, I invite you to listen in on the topics. I'm not in here to convert you, and I'm not here to change you, but I allow the information to come to you and you use it as you see it fit. I expect there to be mature audiences focusing in on this. If you are a babe in Christ, or you are a new beginner in some kind of faith, then I will try to consider that. But this is really for more advanced people who have been seasoned in life and have matured. So I do a disclaimer that I do not claim for any damages or things that I say or advice that I give to be absolute. You know your life better than me. I know my life better than me, and we carry out our walk. But we do know this, that God is above all, in us all, through us all. And if we yield to that God, we have to give up certain things in our earthly life and our earthly desires and lust in order to be accountable and be worthy of our walk with God. And in doing so, there's a time when we want to serve with other brothers who are not identifying with our faith, but we need to learn how to do that, because we're all struggling and we're all trying to get somewhere in this life. So if you're with that, then we can come together. And if you don't like the channel or anything, you can always turn it off or tune out. I tend to be as proper as I can, but I'm going to be raw in a lot of the topics, and this is not for the faint at heart. And I'm not talking about vulgar, and I'm not talking about crude, but I'm talking about raw truth in its delivery, if that so is the way I have to deliver it. Now, I love to fight. And I'm not talking about street brawling, that. I'm talking about I love to fight for social justice, change. I love it. But in the process, I can apply some military type background and some martial arts background that I have in getting points across. Not physically, but I mean expressing my thoughts. Some of these things work for how we mentally fight, for mental fights. Institutions that we are served by can be oppressive. They can be unruly, and they can be out of order. What is our posture? What should we do when our purpose is to serve God and the powers that be tell you that you have to go another way? What is our position? What should we do? Should we go along with those that have rule over us, or is there a time that you stand and say, nay, no? So these are the things that we need to come to the table with. The times are getting more evil. That's the way I see it. But as long as we're moving upward and forward, our overall trend is appropriate, moving upward and forward. Remember this: in any battle, the terrain dictates the battle, the way you're going to fight, the terrain, the environment. It also dictates the type of weaponry you will use. I always say the pen is mightier than the sword. But is there ever a time you have to bear the sword? Those things we'll talk about in the near future. I'm blessed today, and I thank God for this day to be here before you. I thank God for the inspiration that led up to establishing this channel by being inspired by people who know me, and it's something that uh, technology has really allowed us to get out here and be able to help people. And I'm not using this for evil. I'm trying to use it for the good and the betterment of my brothers. Now, if you are European, if you're white and you find something interesting that you need to um, listen to, there's no problem with that. But I am basically trying to help the people who look like me and struggle like I do. I can love any brother, but when I see a brother struggling harder than another one, I'm probably going to go to the wheel that squeaks the loudest. That's the one that'll get the oil. And in this time and age, our people we're the squeaky wheel. So it's not about preference. It's not about respect of persons in the sense in general. It's about helping the need. No man needeth a physician except they that are sick. I didn't come for the well and well-to-do. I come for the sick. So, in all of that being said, my another name for me could be called Brother Soldier. 4D, I got the soldier here, but Brother Soldier you could call me that. You call me Brother Jamala. Jamala is fine. I don't tend to be a preacher. I have had license in it in the years in the past, but my studies have taken me in a lot of other areas that I feel that I needed to do. But in the meantime, what such as I have, I give back to my brothers. I give to thee. So I can't go to my grave knowing some of the things that I know without sharing with you brothers. So you look at it as the way you want. Come and join us anytime. And we will be starting off with the first topic. And there is a what you call a telegram station channel that you can write and text on. So I have that set up, and I have this channel here. So they're almost similar, but one is video, one is not. So the first topic is, are we first? Is our identity first Black Africans, or is our first identity our religious orientation? Are we first a Christian and then Black and African, or are we first African and Black and then Christian? That's the topic that we'll come back to at a different time, and we'll discuss, and I'll share what's laid on my heart about that. And then you can put your comments on the YouTube channel. You could put it on the Telegram channel. So in all that, you have a blessed day. And I've studied Hebrew in the past, so I just say Shabbat Shalom. Not Sabbath Shalom, but I just say Shalom, and peace be unto you. God bless you.